I graduated high school with a D, but on the good side of the D, just enough that I could walk on graduation day like, yeah, I'm out of here, gone. School wasn't, I didn't perform well in school academically, but I spent a lot of time performing in school. Luckily, I had amazing music teachers and drama teachers and just teachers that allowed me to be who I wanted to be and express myself, how I wanted to express myself. Which at that time was in chorus and drama. It was just, those were the classes that, for me, kept my grade average in that safe spot. Because if I didn't have those classes, if they took art out of school, I'd probably still be in high school, trying to figure out matrices and I don't even know what matrices is. But it's something you get in algebra, and it itches. Make some notes. Wow. This is awesome. Seeing all you guys here for this leader shift. I think that's a cool word. Leadership. I like words. I like finding. See, that was my niche. Words was what I was good at. I loved singing. I knew from a young age that singing was my joy. Like, give me some Christmas songs, I'll sing them. Like something on the radio, I'll harmonize with it. Like, check this out, I'll sing, watch me sing. And like, as a kid, that's what I just loved to do. But my dad gave me the best advice. He said, son, just do what you love to do, and then you will never have to work a day in your life. I said, all right. I worked with my dad at the time, and we were build fences. He was a fence contractor, and so digging holes and hauling lumber and sweating and getting cuts and bruises was not my idea of a good time. And my grade point average was showing me that I'm probably going to be building fences for the rest of my life. So I'm going to listen to my dad, and I'm going to do what I love to do so that I never have to do this. So that was a big driving thing for me, and bless my dad. I love him so much because he allowed me to pursue that. He really gave me the opportunity to see what I could do with singing. Singing, being a singer-songwriter doesn't exist in the job market. It's not at the job fair. It's typically not what you get on career day. Colleges don't always have that in there. This is what we offer. It wasn't available to me, and I didn't get accepted to any of the colleges I applied to anyway, so I was screwed. Pardon my language. But my dad supported that, and I went for it. And so when I got out of school and I no longer had chorus and drama and groups to participate in singing, I said, uh-oh, I got to do something. I got to create the job that I want to have. I got to create the artist that I want to be. And I found that words were that which there were plenty of. And if I made up words, I could then sing them, right? So it was just like creating something. I was like, okay, I'm going to write this song. Now I've got something to sing. Now I've got it. Now I can keep singing. So writing didn't show up because I wanted to be a writer. Writing showed up because I wanted to be a singer. I needed something to sing. So at first, I was singing a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of gibberish. I was like, it's just deep. You just gotta listen a lot to it. You gotta dissect it to really know what I'm talking about. It's deep. It sounds pretty. But he gave me something to sing, gave me something to do, and like I said, because songwriting and being an artist doesn't exist in the job market. It isn't just something you can go and say, apply for. I realized I needed to create it. So I said, where is it happening? Where is songwriting and where is singing and where is art happening that I can relate to? And I found it in a little coffee shop in San Diego. I was traveling around, looking for things to write about, looking for adventures to be on, looking for places to sing the handful of songs that I had written at that time. And I'll tell you this, in the meantime, I took a lot of different jobs right out of high school. A lot of different jobs. Any and everything. I worked for the United States Postal Service. I was a mailman. I worked as a janitor at an elementary school. I was a doorman. I worked at a daycare center, probably the scariest job of my life. It was called Almost Angels Daycare Center, which I thought was a horrible name for a daycare center. It's almost as if the kids are about to cross over to the other side. We're almost angels. I don't want that kind of pressure on me. I'm going to resign. So I seldom had a job longer than 3 to 6 months. But I wasn't working all those different jobs because I was looking for a job. I was doing it because it was sustaining me as a writer. It's what I was doing in my other time. I still kept music. I kept that drive, that dream that I can sing and I'm good at this. I know I rule, because I created that for myself. I know I'm good at this, it's what I love to do, and every time I do it, people react and people respond, and I'm getting response, so I know something is working. So in the meantime, I took those jobs, and I didn't create those jobs as a failure in music. So even though I'm gonna be a musician, and you guys are gonna check me out, but I was a janitor at elementary school. Didn't look like a musician, and certainly not to my mom. She's like, oh, my son, he's a janitor. But that was just what I needed to do because I knew at home I was working on songs, I was learning to play guitar, I was writing things, I was reading things that were shaking me to my core. And so I never made myself wrong for getting those jobs. I'm still on the path. I am a musician. That is what I've created for myself. And eventually I wandered into a coffee shop where people were doing what I did. They were sitting in the corner of the room and they were playing their instrument and they were singing and they were emoting. I was like, oh, they're doing what I'm doing. This is the spot where it all goes down. I can sit down here and share what I've got. There's a home, there's a flow here that's happening. So I found the space where that was, and I just said, I'm staying right here, I'm going to create this. In fact, it was only after maybe 2 gigs at the coffee shop, and I started to make a little bit of money on the door, and a little bit of, how they divide up the money at the coffee shop. I said, I made it! I did it! I'm a musician, I'm a working musician. And that was it. I had all the success in the world from that point on. And I never expected, to be honest with you, I never expected to go any further than that. Because I just thought, this is it, this is fine, this is it, this is great, this is the spot. But something miraculous happened because I continued to show up as a guy who believed in himself, who ruled, as I continued to show up and I was singing with my hat over my eyes were closed, I didn't care who was in the crowd. I was just loving my life. I was loving I was doing exactly what my dad had told me to do. Do what you love to do and you'll never have to work a day in your life. I was at the coffee shop and I had my eyes closed and I was just almost in tears. I was like, I'm doing it. This is really happening. And at that moment, people really started to take notice of what I was doing. And what I realized, looking back over the years, is that when you follow your bliss, when you follow that thing that you love to do, and that could look like anything. I'm not just talking about singer-songwriter here today. It's whatever it is you love to do. If you like to be crafty and create your own clothes, or if you're great at solving certain problems, or if you're a great conversationalist, whatever that it is you do, each and every one of us here, I truly believe, each and every one of us here knows